Hi, and welcome to the Saturday Night Sleepover podcast. I'm your host, Charli, and I started this podcast because I'm good at two things. One, making friends, and two, telling stories. So you get to participate in that by listening. Welcome to the sleepover. It's Saturday night. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Saturday Night Sleepover. I'm your host, Charli, and today we're joined by Caitlin, and we're at the lovely Fayetteville Public Library recording in the Edabay studio. Everybody should come here.
This is the place to record the podcast because it's really, really nice.
Yeah, I agree. You first of all, I was thinking on the way when I was driving over here, we have so many things to talk about your life. Because between the last time and this time, that you had a birthday party, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your birthday party.
We did a crawfish boil.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
It was like a real Louisiana crawfish boil.
Yeah, it was. Did you try it?
I definitely
know Colton went down.
If any, let's just give Colton the award right now. He ate the most out of everyone.
He's definitely invited to the next one because that's what it's all about.
Mhm.
He ate like a real Cajun boy.
Yeah, everybody just kept like looking over at him and was like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm great." I just kept eating.
In heaven.
Yeah,
I love it. It was so much fun. I really want to do it again, but I think we're going to wait till next year.
Yeah, for your birthday. It's like your birthday tradition.
It should be a new birthday tradition. I never have had it for my birthday before, so that was like an idea that really came together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and well, Jed did all the work, and it was amazing.
Yes, he did a great job. I am so proud of him. And I made some crawfish bread with the leftovers, but we didn't end up eating it, and I froze it so I can enjoy it at some point.
Also, it was my favorite because like everybody left at the end of the night, and Jed made a fire, and then we were like, "Everybody's gone. We're gonna leave too." And Jed's like, "Are you kidding me? I made this fire for you. You have to stay." So then we stayed until like 2 a.m. It was a lot of fun.
Was it really that late?
I think so.
No, it wasn't.
It was pretty late.
It was like 11.
It was definitely past midnight.
Really? Maybe. Okay. It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Which is good because I was born at 11:59 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't actually like get to have my birth moment
on your birthday. Yeah.
Until like midnight. So
you
were there for that.
Makes sense. I was there on your actual birth moment.
Birth moment. Anniversary. It's funny because I used to always be like, well, I have to wait till later till I'm actually.
Yeah, till the day actually comes.
Right.
So also you had a child graduate high school. How's that possible?
I don't know. They just keep growing and growing and growing, and one day they're like, okay, you're done. Like, you don't have to go to school anymore. It's funny because this past week, the two little ones obviously are still in school. And I remember waking them up for school on Monday. I was like, you have school this week. You didn't graduate yet.
Yeah.
You're not done.
That's funny.
So I think it was a big deal for them to get to see him graduate and like realize like, oh, we're doing this work.
That's what's happening to us eventually.
Yeah, it is a strange ritual. Someone called it a ritual the other day, and I was like, it is. It is a strange ritual. We put on robes.
Well, that's the only time you're ever going to wear that weird outfit.
Right? Yeah. I was thinking, so they made us buy it. So now we own graduation robes. And I was thinking, wouldn't it be funny if you were a judge for Halloween? You could reuse it. Like, that'd be like, what other...
You could just be a graduate for Halloween.
Just a dead graduate, like put some blood on it, you know, make it Halloween.
That's funny. We should Google the like meaning behind the graduate robes. I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah, I'd love to know because there has to be some like with the masters and stuff. They have the crazy colors on their back capes. There we go. They look cool though. I mentioned that the teachers looked like M&Ms because they all had.
This is what Google says. Graduation robes, along with caps and gowns and hoods, are symbols of academic accomplishment, tradition, transformative journey of learning. They signify the hard work, dedication, and perseverance needed to complete a degree. These garments have specific colors, signs that represent individual achievements and academic disciplines and honors. Excuse me. You might hear me coughing today. Sorry, not sorry. Here is a more detailed look at their meaning. Symbol of achievement, the cap and gown, not just a traditional attire. They represent pride, success, and culmination of the student's journey. Connection to tradition. Graduation regalia connects graduates to centuries of academic tradition, creating a sense of unity and shared educational experience. Visual representation. Regalia serves as a visual representation of the academic experience, fostering a sense of pride and celebration. Ceremonial significance. I keep expecting that the next thing is gonna
be
tell me what it
interesting-
means.
I'm like, all right, get it.
Wearing regalia during commencement ceremonies adds a formal, dignified touch, marking transition from student to graduate. Colors of hoods and stoles are also have specific meanings, indicating fields of study. Blah 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 blah.
Does it come from
Evolution-
Rome or?
This one's interesting. We'll see. Evolution of tradition. The tradition of academic regalia dates back to early European universities where gowns and hoods were served as practical purposes like warmth and distinguishing students from general population. Modern significance. While the original practical purposes have faded, regalia continues to symbolize the academic achievement and connection to the institution. I mean, European schools have been around since like something like I think it's Oxford. I think it's older than like the Mayans or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, maybe I'm spreading misinformation, but I feel like that's a random fact I have in my head. I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah, I have to know.
Oxford.
I would not have known that. So
Older than Aztecs.
really?
Yes, Oxford University is older than the Aztec Empire. Evidence teaching at Oxford University dates back to 1096. The Aztec Empire with its capital of Teotihuacan.
Let me see it.
10
Where is it? Oh,
that word.
Tenochtitlan.
Tenochtitlan. Tenochtitlan. I don't know. Was founded around 1325. So Oxford has been around since 1096. Like that's when people were wearing like tunics.
Tunics.
In 1325 they had like puffy sleeves, right?
Yeah. Look
I
up
think of, like-
fashion. 1300s fashion.
Okay, we're gonna look it up. 1300s
Yeah.
fashion.
Because Renaissance, when is the Renaissance? I'll look up that. You look up 1300s.
Yeah, 1300s.
Now we're
fashion.
historians, guys.
Okay, yeah, it looks like the Renaissance fair.
14th to 17th, 1350 to 1400. So yeah, Renaissance times.
Yeah.
So Renaissance times is
It
the
looks
same
like
as
Shrek.
Aztec times, I guess.
Mhm.
I mean,
And then tens. What is this? 10. What year did they say? 1096, I think. Let's just say 1096 fashion.
tunics.
That is it's like pulling up patterns for calf cans. Yeah, it is 1096. Oxford University, and then we'll just say early fashion. Oh no, it's just like giving me like pictures of the 20s. No, what is a good Google for this?
Oxford student pictures, his early history.
One of the Googles was early years. I think that one will be good.
Is it cold in Europe? Are
I think
robes
so.
appropriate attire?
Well, yeah,
for the
that's what they
weather?
said. That's what they said in the other Google search. So, it's like a Oxford Early Years is a play-based program to fully prepare children for primary education. That's not what I want.
Your baby can read.
Oxford University inauguration
Yeah.
or opening, when it opened.
Yeah.
Okay, Oxford University beginnings are gradual and don't have a specific opening. Teaching and learning are documented as early as 1096, making it the oldest university in the English-speaking world. The formal establishment of university as a structured institution. What did you Google? Old Oxford University for students. Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, it's still pictures of like the 20s, but there's that man with a weird hat.
He looks like a priest or something. Is it a religious school?
I think everything was religious.
It looks like
in
Hogwarts.
1096. Yeah, it does. And the pictures I saw.
Interesting.
So apparently in 1167, Oxford's growth was spurred by Henry II's ban on English students attending the University of Paris. Wigs, robes. There it is.
There it is. Look at him.
Yeah, he looks like a
University
person.
So yeah, my kid has a high school diploma now. Very cool.
How do we go on like six Google searches
because
from my
the outfit, the funny outfits, you know, that is so interesting. So yeah, it's a cool ritual. We've joined the scholastic honors of having achieved high school diploma. Didn't get a raise at his little side job, so
too bad. He'll have to. I don't know.
Like now what? Now
cook rice better, I guess.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to cook yet. They haven't put him on the.
I told him at his at Caitlin's birthday party, he was hanging out with us around the fire, and I was like, Toby, you got to learn how to cook. Like now is the time, because Colton, when he was in high school or like graduating high school, like trying to figure out what he was doing in his life, he was a short order cook at a diner, and now he can make anything I want him to. And it's amazing.
That's right. It's a life skill that he does need to improve on. So I think that I'm going to encourage him because he wants more hours and be like, you need to learn how to cook. Then you're more versatile. And then you can get more hours. So.
And
feed yourself.
Yeah.
That's more important. Yeah. I remember when he was a baby and I had to worry about his nutrition. Like I had a picture on my refrigerator of like how many vegetables they recommended your baby eat, like how many servings of fruit, how many servings of fiber, and like all the things. And I was so scared because I had to feed this child and make sure that it had the proper nutrition to grow into a whole human.
Exactly.
And we got it this far now. He has to feed himself and give himself the proper nutrition to like.
He has to have the picture on his refrigerator.
Right,
now.
I need to put the picture, which I don't even know. It was.
Is he moving out?
No, he's going to go to the dorms.
Oh, when does that happen? In the fall?
In August, yeah. So this summer we have to go through the grueling process of packing him and storing his things that he must keep but doesn't need to take with him. And
this is my wisdom. I am the youngest.
Okay.
I can get. Well, you're the youngest too.
Yeah.
So you probably know this, but I had 4 older sisters that all grew up. They're all like I have one that's 2 years older than me, and then I have the rest are more than 8 years older than me. When they left the house, they did not label their boxes very well, and so everything got like mixed in all together. And then by the time they were able to all come back for their stuff, nobody knew what was what.
Oh, no.
So from that lesson, I learned that I needed to put, like, I printed out on neon pink pieces of paper.
Yeah.
This is Charli's stuff. She packed it away before college. She will be back for it. And put it, like, taped it to every side of the box. And I ended up with all my stuff back.
See? Okay. That's what I want to do. I want to get him, like a tote that he can put I don't know, what does he want to keep? Like,
you're also not a hoarder, so this
I
is kind
am
of a problem.
An anti-hoarder, and he is more of a pack rat. So I'd be like, okay, the notes from 4th grade, we're keeping those? Like,
Well, you know what you should do is you should say, now that you're graduated from high school, let's have a bonfire with all of your own homework.
yeah, because I mean, do you really need it? Yeah,
No.
all that stuff.
No.
No,
Maybe the textbooks if
Maybe,
you're
but we
if you're
didn't-
feeling like you need to like homeschool your children later in life.
but we don't even have any textbooks.
Yeah.
They keep those at school.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even give them to them. They're like, you better learned it.
Mm-hmm. That's funny. I'm trying not to laugh because every time I laugh, I cough.
Oh, I'm sorry. It hits that trigger, that button.
Yeah, it's okay. So that's what I think. I think you should have a bonfire
All
as soon
right.
as and convince him to be like, you're done with this. You're moving on to the
Yeah.
next thing.
It's a ritual.
Mm-hmm. It's a ritual.
Let's burn some shit.
And then, I guess, does he have probably lettered and stuff and has trophies or whatever?
Yeah, so those sort of sentimental trophies and things like that, he needs a safe spot for all of that stuff, because it's funny. So Jed's mom died last year,
Mm-hmm.
and we have slowly gotten totes of stuff
Mm-hmm.
from my father-in-law that he's like, I don't want it, you decide what you want to do with it.
No.
And a lot of it was memory type stuff from when Jed was in high school, and it's
Oh yeah.
She kept all of his newspaper clippings anytime he was in the newspaper and everything,
Mm-hmm.
which is really sweet. But now it's okay, now we have to store,
What are we doing with
we're
this?
gonna keep it, I guess, so we packed it up. I had to go through all that, decide what was worth donating, what was worth keeping. We had his grandma's birth certificate, and it's this old, might even be his great grandma, whatever it was rolled parchment paper. It looks like.
Yeah, I've seen this stuff at work sometimes.
Yeah. So it's well, this is history. I mean, surely this is important. Another thing, we got stamps, a big book of stamps.
Mm.
Are those valuable?
I don't know.
Where would you
they're one
go
of the
to-
cards and cover your assets.
Yeah. Oh, so document it for insurance purposes. Is that what you're saying?
I'm basing this off of a family friendly card game.
Cover your assets. Oh, that's funny.
Have you not played Cover Your Assets?
No, that sounds fun.
It's like War and Monopoly at a baby.
Let's play.
Yeah, you have to have 4 people.
We do.
I know, but we have to have 4 people all have this same day off and convince our husbands that they want to hang out with each other.
Game night.
I'm trying to tell you,
Let's do
try
it.
to have me and Megan have game nights probably not in a long time because I've been so busy at work.
Mm-hmm.
But me and Megan have game nights
June.
We probably could have it. Well, Megan is trying to have a game night because she is talking to this dude who wants to go to a game night, but he's only here for a month. So we have to have it within a month.
Dude, does that mean dating this dude?
I guess so. I don't really know. I'm not hip
What is
with the
talking?
times. I've been
Talking's just
married for 10 years.
We're chatting in the
In the interwebs. We're so old.
I'm trying to figure out TikTok.
Yeah, I'm not good at TikTok.
It feels like this vast sea of more content.
Yeah, it's different too.
Yeah.
Speaking of TikTok, have you been watching Secret Lives of Mormon Wives?
No.
You got the second season is
I
out.
am trying to watch Severance.
Oh, that one is good.
We're in the middle
It's
of
so
season
hard.
2.
It's so hard. Oh, you made it to season 2.
Yeah. And I told my dad to get past the 4th episode too.
Yeah.
Because he stopped, and I was like, no.
Keep going.
So I'm scared that I'm going to finish season 2 and be upset because there's no more, and they've ended it on a cliffhanger. I don't like that.
They don't end it as they did not do us as dirty as they did in season 1.
Okay.
Season 1 was awful.
See, yeah.
And then we had to wait
Luckily-
for 2 years.
Luckily,
You
I
didn't.
didn't. Yeah, that was smart. Haha, that's
Did
the way to do it.
Did you start Ted Lasso yet?
Yeah, we finished Ted Lasso.
Mm-hmm.
Love Ted Lasso.
Mm-hmm.
I heard they're coming out with another season.
Yeah, I heard that too. It's not as bad. The end of season 2 is not as bad. You're like, why are these people making the choices that they make? I don't understand them, but it's
Oh.
intriguing to think
Okay.
about.
Yeah. I'm excited to finish it. So yeah, we've been trying to like get through it because we only have 3 months of Apple.
Of course you
So
do.
we've been prioritizing.
Did you watch Coda yet?
No, is that on Apple?
Yeah, it's a movie.
Okay, we can get a movie done.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, send me all the things I need to prioritize my time with, because I'll probably not get it again until Severance season 3 comes out.
Yeah, right. It's CODA is acronym for Child of Deaf Adults,
Okay, I feel like I remember you telling me about
and
this now.
it's so good. Colton loves it so much.
We'll definitely watch that. So, I did something crazy last night.
Tell me about it.
I went and did an open mic night.
You did it? Yeah,
Yeah.
you invited me, but I was doing work.
And then it was intense because that morning I decided I hated the material that I had and I wanted to do something totally different.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd gotten like a epiphany of good stuff to say. And so I was like, okay, I'm just going to go up with brand new, never, like not really had a chance to memorize it stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it made me anxious. But then the more that I was thinking about it, I was like, it doesn't have to be perfect. Like,
Yeah,
it's
of
not
course not.
like, it's that crucial. And I did it and it was fun. And I want to do it again. I think I want to practice more with that. Maybe I need to add a little something, but so they give you 4 minutes, but everybody was going over and they just weren't saying anything. And so I guess it's just like a loose time limit. But
did you go to the one at Flashback?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
it was at New Province.
Oh, the same one we went to before?
Yeah, it's the same one.
Mm-hmm.
But they have them at Black Apple too. And I thought we should try that one day.
Mm-hmm.
I want to go and not perform.
Yeah.
I just want to go and
watch.
I felt like all the people that were there last night felt like pros. Like it was just like a playing ground for people that were like trying to do it, like trying to do the real thing.
Yeah.
Just like messing around.
Have fun.
Yeah. So it was a little intimidating, honestly, because nobody sucked. And that was like at least one time that I did, I went behind somebody who was terrible, and I was like, I'll do better than that guy.
This is the guy with the puppet.
Yeah. Anybody can follow him. He wasn't there. I hope he's trying harder. I do. There's hope. But yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. They had a lot of really good sets. It was a good time. I want to do it again. So we'll have to maybe.
We'll do it again. I already planned my next one that I was doing.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I was like, when the opportunity arises, I'll pull this paper out. Do I remember where I put it? No.
Yeah,
I'll find it.
I need to think, because I do when I'm inspired, and anytime I need to get an idea, I have to write it down, because sometimes I'll be like, I'll remember that, and never remember it, and then I feel like I'm like, oh, so much. I need like a notebook in my pocket. When I have my phone, it's just as easy to make a note.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I did. That's how I came up with, because what I ended up doing. So if anybody wants to do their own open mic night, a lot of people were asking like, well, how do you prepare? Like, how do you set up? And this is the secret. If you have an idea and it like sparks in your head, get your voice memo out on your phone. So like go to the voice recording app and just press record and say it. Say your idea, just like blurt it out. Because I did that and and it was perfect. And it was a minute long, and I was able to expand and like kind of keep going with that idea. But if I hadn't have stopped in that moment and just said it, I don't think I would have been able to recreate it just from like a jaw of a thought,
Yeah.
So there's my tip.
Yeah, it's like the time I couldn't remember what I wanted to tell you.
Yeah, you have to write it down. Our brain, I can't remember all the things. I think we are getting too much content so our brains are confused on what to sort to keep for use and what to like ignore because it's all nonsense.
Yeah. Overstimulated. I think is the word.
All the social media and the news and the work and the everything.
Yeah.
Whew.
We had like the craziest hailstorm we've had. Did you guys?
I saw your pictures. I was like driving during that moment, but it wasn't like hail. It was just terrible, like bad rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was like the scariest hailstorm I've ever seen.
It was, but were you glad to not be home, or were you?
No, I was in a building that has glass walls.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds terrible.
Overseeing the safety of 30 employees. It was not great.
Yeah, that sounds terrible. I saw the video and it looked really intense. Like, because it was like, it almost looked like it got out of like an ice machine.
Yeah.
Like, it looked like somebody like just dumped an ice machine out. outside.
Legit.
Yeah.
And there were so many down trees. Like the entire road
Yeah.
was covered with just
Oh.
leaves.
I saw a bunch of posts in my gardening group. People posting all these sad pictures of their gardens like slaughtered.
Yeah, it was so sad. But it was like, we all just kind of like sat in the room and like I was like, is this glass gonna break? Is it gonna shatter? Everybody step back, I guess.
Did you watch the Joplin tornado
I didn't watch
documentary?
it. No.
Oh, you gotta watch that. See, we had a couple of tornado warnings. Did you go in your shelter?
No, I just watched the news and saw that it was
Not
far enough
really.
away that I didn't have to worry
It
about
wasn't
it.
a problem.
But we did have tornado warnings, and I didn't hear the
You didn't hear the sirens?
No.
I heard sirens, and that was scary.
Mm-hmm. I heard sirens the last time that I was driving whenever it happened, and that was terrifying.
No.
And then everybody on the road was panicked, and it was like not good.
Because yeah, they're designed for outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was so I was driving because they were like, you should go home if you feel safer at home. And I was watching the storm, and I was like, okay, the storm's coming in 15 minutes. If I leave now,
You'll get home.
I'll get home before it comes. And so I started driving, and as I'm driving, like they set the alarms off because it was like a 15-minute warning or whatever.
Man.
And I was like, oh my gosh.
So you do get kind of warnings. Like you can so can a tornado just like spur out of nowhere without warning, or you're always gonna have warning?
Well, what I know about tornadoes is that they come when the temperature is changing from warm to cold, and drastically quickly. And so, like, it usually happens in the spring for that reason, because there'll be a cold front that blows in, and the dramatic temperature change will create like a
vortex.
The I don't know what it's called, but it's like the conditions for a tornado. And so it's like a thunderstorm that is accompanied by a drastic temperature shift, and that's when you have a tornado.
So that makes sense why they weren't common in Louisiana, because it's not as drastic of a temperature shift because it's always hot.
Yeah.
Because I never worried about tornadoes before, but hurricanes were the thing.
So Mel just texted me and she's like, of course by the time I could break away, you're busy recording. I said, you can come in.
Where's Mel?
She works here at the library.
She wants to be on
my
podcast?
friend. She's been on my podcast before.
Is she coming?
I don't know. I just texted her. I said, you can come in.
Can she tap in?
Yeah.
Do we have a third?
She's the boss.
Microphone?
I don't know. She can just share with us.
Okay.
Anyway, I just texted her and said she could come in.
Sweet.
Anyway, so tornadoes. I feel like if you're educated enough, you can understand the warning signs and like be prepared. That's why I always text you.
Yeah, I need that. I'm that friend. I saw on the tornado guy, the like weather guy, he said, text your friends that aren't weather aware, that could save their life. And I was like, I'm that friend. Please text me. I try to be, but I guess I'm traumatized by the time that I wasn't and should have been.
Yeah.
That was like, oh no, scary. So this time we were way more prepared, but I was anxious the whole day.
Yeah.
Because they make you so like, get ready, guys, get ready and wait, and you're like, is this it? And like, I just don't know what to expect, because they really
the ones that stress me out are the ones that happen at night and you don't really know if you're going to be asleep or not.
Yeah.
Or if somebody's going to wake you up, or if your radio's going to wake you up, your phone's going to wake you up.
Right.
And then like if you are going to be like coherent enough to
to do the right
thing.
action. Yeah, because
Mhm.
that's where if I'm dead asleep, not coherent, I'm I'm not all there.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I'm glad everybody was okay.
It was. I mean, there was a lot of damage, but I don't think there was any fatalities at this one.
Yeah, it is a pain having to fix your house, but maybe you'll get a new roof. It'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My did well. I didn't. I got a little bit of hail damage on my car, but not that much.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but my work vehicle got like pretty bad.
Oh no.
Like not like totaled or anything, but like the mirrors are completely like trashed, and like so for some reason the glass didn't break. That surprised me. But
are they going to replace it?
I don't know. I'm too busy right now. I'm like in the middle of. I'm on day 12 of 21 days working straight. So
how are you surviving?
Unknown.
Yeah. Colton's cooking.
Yeah, Colton's cooking. That's for sure.
That's great.
I was talking to a couple of my employees, and they were like, I was telling them about the time that I got in a surf accident in Hawaii. Did I ever tell you about that?
No.
I got in a surf accident when I lived in Hawaii, and I was like body surfing, and the wave like swept me up and threw me on my face.
Oh.
And then like all of the weight of my body and the wave like fell down on top of my face on the sand underneath. And so I knew that I had a head injury, but I was like, so I need to go home. So all my friends were at the beach, and they were like, hey, you can go home if you want, but we're going to stay. So I just kind of like wandered home and like couldn't find my way. So I probably had a concussion, maybe, I don't know. But then I finally made it home, and I had to go to work. So I it was Halloween, and I was dressed up as Hannah Montana. So I had this like big wig and sunglasses on. And so I just went to work and then came home, and after work I was in the shower and I felt, and there was like a goose egg the size of a softball like sticking out of my forehead.
Oh my!
I started freaking out, so I went to the hospital. Anyway, so I was telling my employees about that, and I showed them a picture of what it looked like, and they were like, how did you go to work after that? I was like, I don't know. How am I at work right now? But I'll show you the picture. You'll see.
Yeah, I have to see this. Goose egg. I guess they always say out is better than in.
Yeah, it was crazy. I thought that I'd like, and my roommate didn't like wake me up or anything, because you know you're not supposed to
don't go to sleep.
But I just went to sleep and it was fine.
But you didn't inhale any water?
I probably did. Why?
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, I mean.
Ooh. Yeah.
Anyway, that's my battle scar.
It looks like your eye took it.
Yeah, it did. And this was me like a month later. And I worked at a restaurant, and they wouldn't let me work in the front because I was scaring the customers.
Yeah. Yeah. Get out of here, you crazy lady. You look like you're on drugs.
Anyway, so they were like, how'd you go to work after that? And I was like, I don't know. How am I at work right now? Because I was like sick. I've been sick over the last few days, but I'm better now. I'm like past the sick part and onto like the coughing part that lasts for like a month.
So the next few episodes are going to be fun.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, not sorry. I'm gonna exist how I am.
We're just gonna support life the way it exists. So I can't think of anything else exciting in my life. I feel like I've been so busy. One thing I have noticed is that my house is really messy again. I'm like, we've cleaned for so many things, and all of a sudden it's just like, y'all keep living here.
I mean, not for long.
I know, right?
You'll have one last. Then
I know. That's going to be a big day.
Do your other kids get?
We're going to change
rooms.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that?
I'm so excited.
Yeah?
That's when I can't wait. I'm almost like ready to kick them out early because it's like, all right, we don't have room for you anymore.
Go in the tent in the back.
Yeah, right. That's what we really need to do is build like a little mother-in-law suite in the back. Mm-hmm. Did you know that the governor approved the ability to put an alternative dwelling unit on your property?
I did know that.
And you don't have to pay taxes on it?
That's I'm not exactly sure that's how it works,
Oh,
but I think
that'd be
it's
nice.
she's mandated that the way I understood it is that she's mandated like local codes to support additional dwellings on properties. That's the way I thought it was, but maybe it is not. No taxes.
Yeah,
Maybe that's both. Maybe it's both. I don't know.
we'll find out because that would be great to have like
Mhm.
a little apartment
Because there's
shed.
a ton of codes against like multi-family
Family.
in a R1
Really?
district. Yeah.
Oh, that's not fair because you know what? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how do you put your young child out there
Yeah.
and be like, all right, go pay rent, kid?
Also, we're in a housing crisis.
Yeah. Like, I'm like, and then I think about my aging parents and
mhm.
they,
There's a reason why they're called the mother-in-law suite.
right. I think it would be a sweet situation. We just
Mhm.
have to make some money grow on trees so that we can create it.
Right.
Wish it into existence.
It'll happen eventually.
Yeah, and a fence.
We're gonna be millionaires from podcasting. Didn't you know that?
Yeah. Goals.
That's where we're about to go is Pod Circle, where everybody has a dream of having like the most successful podcast. And I'm like, yeah, that's gonna happen for you one day, like it happened for me. But it's gonna take a while.
Yeah, that is funny whenever you ask people what's your motivation behind doing a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
To get sponsors.
Yeah, everyone is always like, and I think that's the quickest way to get it burned out with a podcast is like to have the wrong why.
Yeah, because no one's gonna listen if it's boring.
No one's gonna listen if it's boring, and no one's gonna like. I just feel like you have to do your time before
you can't
people
sell out.
Care about you,
right?
You know.
Yeah. So I listened to this podcast and they have like a subscription service
mm-hmm.
where you can get fewer ads.
Mm-hmm.
And I really kind of like that they give you the option that it's not like premium content, like you can't even listen to it if you don't pay,
mm-hmm.
but like understand that you're going to get more ads in the free option. And I thought that was kind of cool because they've proven themselves. It's good content. It's like, okay, cool. I could see someone that would want to pay for
mm-hmm.
fewer ads.
Yeah.
Just erase all that. We just want the good, stuff. But I don't have any ads. You don't do ads, right?
No, I don't do ads. I don't do ads because I don't like ads whenever I'm listening to a podcast.
Yeah. I can tune them out, but I'm cheap.
Your patience is
I'm
long
rewarded.
For money saving options.
Yes, I'm like, I'll listen to an ad if I don't have to pay for it,
Mm-hmm. Of course.
And then I do hear, like, sometimes you hear and you're like, I'm able to do this podcast because of these sponsors. And you're like, yeah, I get it. Because it is hard work to do a
mm-hmm.
podcast. And if you can get paid to do it, I'm not mad.
Yeah.
The
holdback I have with sponsors is that, like, if you have a sponsor, then you have to, like, serve the sponsor. And, like, I do this for me.
Right.
So I feel like I would have to, like...
As long as their values align with your values.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it's like you can't be picky.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, I sponsor some sort of, like, nicotine patch,
Yeah, right.
Like, you're like, no.
Right.
That's not the one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, well, that seems like a pretty good spot to pause unless you have anything else you want to talk about.
I'm good.
Because we're going to go grab food after this, between this and Pod Circle.
Yeah, I'm ready to eat.
I'm ready to eat, too.
We'll tell you
I've had a long day.
Yeah, good deal.
If you're interested in coming to Pod Circle, you can. It's at the Fayetteville Public Library every fourth Thursday of the month at 6 p.m. And you can check in with the Center for Innovation, and they'll tell you right where it's at.
Yay. It's fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And then you'll get to see me and Caitlin.
Sometimes.
Caitlin, when she decides not to work that day.
Yes, like today.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if that's it, then we'll see you later.
Alrighty.
Love you. Bye.
That was good.